So back out here at the greenhouse this morning. We just got our brassicas planted. Showed that video the other day. And now I have up-potted some more plants. These are our tomatoes and peppers and some flowers. So, gonna show you those. Those tomato plants are big and ready to plant. I wanted to wait until we got past the expected last frost, which was the 27th, and it didn't frost on the 27th. So I think we are past that and ready to plant. But since it didn't frost, we are past the last frost date by 2 weeks. So these are really big. Some of them are smaller, but these big tomato plants are ready to go in the ground. That is indigo apple. So the only ones that are not ready to go in the ground, we done a little bit later, were some, there's a black brandywine. There are some, a few others that are a little smaller. But these big ones have been up potted for a while and are ready to go. I have indigo apple, black brandywine, Romas, Amana orange, Cherokee purple, mortgage lifters, and let's see, I think there's one other, black brandywine, I said that, black brandywine, Roma, oh, chocolate stripe, and chocolate stripe. There's a chocolate stripe back there. I also have a lot of my herbs down here on the bottom. Need to get them put out, but they are in pots, and so I may just set the pots out some and not do them in the ground yet. I dug those up. Some of these I dug up from last year that was in the ground last year, and I dug them up and put them in here in the greenhouse to try to make them last longer. And they did. They stayed the whole winter and never did die out. So a lot of those. There's a sage. There's a comfrey. Now my comfrey that left out in the herb garden is coming up just as good as that one. So it would have been fine. We had a mild winter, so it done fine. There's some calendula. I planted some calendula. They've come up. The nasturtiums are doing really good. Anyway, there you go. Now I've also got pepper plants in here now. I just done my pepper plants. So they are not quite as big. I'm not going to plant them today, but so I'll give them just a little bit longer in here. Wasn't sure if they would, how well they would germinate, but they done great. I think everything I planted germinated, and so I am going to give some of those away. My daughter's going to take some, and one of Lee's friends is going to take some, so we will be gifting out a lot of the tomato plants. Definitely have too many. We are in the woods where there was a dead tree that has rotted down real good, and Lee is getting me some dirt out of there for my pots. So whew. Look at that good dirt, good soil, free in the woods. That's where a tree had rotted down real good.
You bring the other one down here, will you?
I'm fixing to. All right, Jonna, can you bring the other one? Yeah. And we are blessed to have our granddaughter here today helping us. She wanted to work out in the yard today, so she's helping us. She's been helping me plant some tomato plants. She called me earlier and said she'd been helping her mom out in the yard and she wanted to help me out in the yard. And I said, well, good, because I got some tomato plants that need putting in the ground. And we're putting some in pots. I like to do container gardens and raised beds, and I do some in the ground also. So
I'll pull dirt up there around
teaching this girl how to plant tomatoes. We've got onions up and potatoes, a little bit of radishes. So we're teaching this girl. She's 12. So this child has found her some wild mustard and she likes it. Planting more tomatoes. This girl is getting the hang of it. We're going back in the woods to get more dirt. So some of you know, if you follow our channel, that this granddaughter ended up stepping on a nail, and we had to call her mom and dad to come get her. And it looked bad for a little bit. It bled inside her shoe and kind of freaked me out. But she's fine now, and her foot, of course, is sore. And this was a couple of days ago, so she is better now. And foot's still sore. She's kind of limping on it, but she enjoyed it and plans on coming back and helping us again. So I was glad that we could have her here and teach her some things. We also went looking in the woods for mushrooms and different things that we done with her, trying to teach her, and she enjoyed getting out. So it was fun, and so I'm sure she'll come back again and help us sometime. So thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and watch us on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time.